Hi, you guys. Welcome to the channel again. This is Wrestling Tea Tarot. I am Calypso Vibes here with my partner Jude, and we are touching into the aftermath of WrestleMania 39. If you looked at our other videos, we literally only got one wrong, and that was the Dominic Rey Mysterio match. The Dominic Rey Mysterio match didn't go as I predicted it would. Like, all the cards did point to Dami being put over, and a part of me wonders if that was a last minute swerve to put Ray over because they felt like the crowd was expecting Dami to go over.
That crowd is so strong for Ray. I mean, which was expected, but even more so than we really thought.
Right. I really didn't expect that many. And I don't know why I didn't. They're in LA. Heavy Mexican culture. Heavy, Latino, Hispanic, all that are there. Conan gave a great induction speech for Rey Mysterio. Congrats, Ray. I mean, he definitely earned it and deserved it. He's been in the business a very long time. But yeah, that's the one we didn't get right.
But what we definitely did get right about it was how hard they rode the memorabilia.
Yes, the nostalgia. Oh my God.
For Eddie.
Like, they will not let
that man
rest. They will not let his spirit rest. They won't let his legacy die. They are gonna milk Eddie every chance they can get. And I'm not gonna complain as long as I feel like it's not a bad thing as long as his children and his wife benefit from it. And I just hope that all this constant Eddie, that there's some benefit to the family. That's all I can pray for.
I mean, Vicky's a smart businesswoman.
I do hope Vicky is benefiting from it. I'm serious.
Whether it's through her own merch or what, I mean, I'm sure WWE isn't cutting her a check, but she's a smart businesswoman, and she has said, go for it, have fun.
Right, but let me make it clear. Out of 6 cards, they only get one with a swerve, but we did predict that there would be interference. You did good with the interference, that all the nostalgia. I still think we did really good on the reading. I just really thought it was going to go Dami's way because there was definitely a passing of the torch. So maybe they're going to drag that out until SummerSlam. Yes. But I think at some point Dami wins when Ray's ready to step away.
Yes, and I do think that I think they're going to have to do some sort of a reconciliation at some point. Maybe they won't. To be fair, you got the women's championship correct. I really thought that the Queen was going to hang on to it a little longer.
I did.
And I may have been a little extra in how I thought the main event was going to play out, but we absolutely nailed the result on that one.
Yes. So, I am using a stargazing oracle deck for this. It's a different deck than you'll see in the videos. I own many decks, so expect many different tarot cards used throughout our readings for different things. But this one I chose in particular, just to explain why I chose this tarot, was because I'm into astrology. I feel like everything is ruled by planets, numerology, all this stuff matters. So I feel like I wanted to see what the energy was astrologically, like how everybody's moods were affected by us being in Aquarius season, them in LA, right? Just wanting to really get a energy check on how everybody felt after WrestleMania 39. So again, welcome to Wrestling Tea Tarot. And I hope you guys go check out, like, subscribe, and share and leave a comment on our other videos of our other prediction videos. So the first card I got was Solar Eclipse, shocking event. So yes, not shocked. I think a lot of people's predictions were shocked. Like Theory beating Cena in a quick match. It was not a long match.
It was not.
What else was shocking? I don't know if everybody thought Rhea was winning, because Charlotte has a very stellar record when it comes to WrestleMania. And I don't know if everybody thought the Usos were going to necessarily let the belts go. I think everybody was hoping these people would win.
Yes.
But wasn't expecting it. And I do think majority thought Dominic was going over. I really think the masses, like even the panel, everybody thought Dominic was going over. Except for the elders. All the older Latinos was rooting for Rey Mysterio. Which is why I think they gave it to Rey Mysterio. I really do. Because they knew they had a older Latino crowd out there. So they, you know what, let's give it to Ray Ray. Seriously. It was a nostalgia night for Ray. Ray was all about the element of old school. Pairing, whoop your behind, right? And they even spanks Dami with the belt. So yeah, that's why I think that exists. But shocking event, fast changes. See, things were changed. A lot of things were happening on the fly. New chapter, leaving what is familiar, awakening, feeling lost. Some people are feeling lost. Afterwards, reinvention. So someone's reinventing themselves.
I don't doubt that more than a few people are going to reinvent themselves. If anyone's feeling lost, what's going on with Damage Control?
Right. Oh my gosh.
They needed that dub.
They really needed the dub.
And it wasn't for a title, so
I thought they were going to get it.
It wouldn't have cost Becky and the Legends anything.
True.
Solid match though. I thought Lita would perform pretty darn well in the ring.
I think it started slow and clunky, and it got better in the end.
Again, it was decent.
So it at least got better. I think Bayley might even feel lost. Like, who else might feel a little lost in their character, possibly? Honestly, I think as confident as Logan Paul has been, he didn't look happy. He looked defeated on many levels.
He kind of
because the crowd was happy he actually got beat.
Yeah.
He was wearing a really not uncomfortable, really defeated, like as if an L really meant something. Like he really felt like he took a personal L to Seth.
Good for him that it's real to him. He'll feel better when he gets his check.
Right. I also got 11th house, friendship groups, tribe. There you go, tribe. The future, common goals, collective creation, hopes and wishes, humanitarianism. So yeah, 11th house. A lot of tribe, I think the 4 guys in the end in the main event felt like a tribe.
Yes.
That they were coming together as a collective to finish this story. Absolutely. I think it was a love letter to the fans of closing this story. So that's what I felt for the 11th house of what's going on behind the scenes.
I think the 4 men in the main event, if anything, it might have been too visible how much regard they have for one another, especially coming off the women's championship match where you could feel the heat between these two.
Right.
Up until the match was over and you saw the smile and happy tears from Charlotte, being really proud of the work she did and really proud of, really happy
with Rhea.
For Rhea.
Like Rhea helped carry that. Again, the story is painted with 2 people.
I think that
the ring was definitely their canvas.
I think the men's tag match, like everything looked really good, but I didn't feel the heat as strongly.
Agreed.
Like they were playing the roles of people who had heat well enough.
Right. Then we got fire element, passion, sudden event, dramatic, instant attraction, assertive, fast, clearing, courage, spontaneity, and desire. So we know that Rhea and them tore that down. Like the passion, I think the passion match was absolutely Rhea and Charlotte.
For sure.
It's not to say that the main event wasn't a passion product. See, sudden event, dramatic, instant attraction. Like, yeah, that's so Charlotte and Rhea. They dominated last night. That this fire that's them. Like, and then they were the stars of the night. The press even agreed that, that
for sure.
So love, beauty, romance, art. See? Art, harmony, relationships, wealth, luxury, style, attraction, female energy was very dominant last night. See, there you go. Confirmation, indulgence. So yeah, that Venus energy was real. Them ladies was like, oh, we not main eventing. By the way, I predicted that. I predicted that the ladies were not main eventing. If you go watch my Charlotte Rhea video and in the Usos Sami Zayn video, I saw that like a few days ago. I did a private reading on the energy and I was like, oh my God, the Usos. This is well before even before they leaked it to the press, because allegedly the Usos kind of spilled the beans. I literally saw them absolutely main eventing. And yeah, and come to find out that they really did take the main event from the ladies. After seeing the ladies match, I told this to Jude. I think they would have tore it down regardless, but I think they had a chip on their shoulder. So they end up hitting harder. Like everything was harder because I'm mad.
They were working stiff.
I'm mad. The fire to burn this place down. Like there's this. I'm gonna set this place on fire, and So yeah, the feminine, but they made out. They got paid. I'll tell you that much. Wealth and luxury is. I know they got paid. They got compensated. You guys for that, giving up their place.
And you know what? Not just financial compensation, but when you watch that press conference,
yes,
Triple H really paid. He gave both of them their flowers, but really was putting Rhea over in terms of how she gets the big picture. And she says, Triple H said, that she's working on a level that he compared to Roman.
Right. See what the next one is. Semi-sextile, which is allowing opportunity with effort, energies attract, lack of ease, potential for growth, tempers.
All those things were
there. Right. So we also got lunar eclipse, dramatic change, see more changes. A lot of things happened at the last minute. Swift in perception, unveiling dissolution, cycles, endings and beginnings, transformation. Which to me is like changing of the guard.
Yeah, and there's got to be a lot of people who feel that way about their career. We'll see what plays out.
Like Theory and Rhea was a changing of the guard. Like yes. Theory got put over, whether people want to admit it.
Even though he already had the belt.
Yes.
It almost felt like he won the belt. I mean,
even though I didn't like the match, I have to be honest, I didn't like the match, but we predicted the outcome.
Yeah, we even predicted it would be dirty.
Yes.
We even predicted it would be a dirty win, which I guess is to protect Cena. I don't know what they're protecting Cena for. Like, he doesn't. And
he pretty much told when he did this, when he bowed. I was like, why would you do that? It was obvious at that point when he did the thank you bow, and I was like, you read that and you did all that, but I predicted based on what the card said, this is his last WrestleMania. And him bowing like that, to me, said, like, thank you.
And it was his last, probably big Make-A-Wish effort. Like, right. I thought that was great that he came out with the kids who, their wish was to attend a WrestleMania, and he took it a step further to actually have them as part of his entrance. That was very
emotional.
Sweet. It was very sweet.
It was very sweet. And I think he's always, because he knows it's probably his last one. That he's like, no, give me as many kids as y'all possibly can who want to go to WrestleMania. And it's sweet. Cena's very sweet. Forgiveness, contemplation, reflection, reevaluation, introspection, revision, changes are required. Keep trusting. All is not lost. Adjustments. That was the third quarter. Like, so in the sense of like, afterwards, you know what I mean? Like third quarters being like, later in the end of the night, like how everybody was feeling, like all these different emotions we were getting. I want to see if I could get anything else. Is there anything else we should see or feel? Felt like a card was gonna pop, and then I think my finger might have grabbed it, unfortunately. Third house, marriage, relationships, not shocked. What else happened at the end of WrestleMania 39 to, close it with this deck? I'm only gonna do one other deck, you guys, so this isn't gonna be a super long video. I think two decks is plenty. Ooh. Okay, social media is involved. My shock face. Paul, by the way, I want to say to Paul, I hated that he made this a TikTok mania. It might as well have been called TikTok mania to me. Because it was so much of catering to, like, you know, short attention, goldfish attention spans, and yeah, it just, like, little Uzi coming out for like a blink of a second just to say his 40-second for like his song that's 40 seconds long for TikTok. Oh my god, I was like, what a cringe fest. What a cringe fest. Just to remind the culture, like, hey, the Usos rep y'all too. Like, the Usos is Samoan and black culture in one. We're you know, we're getting both. All right, that's so car. Oh, all right. Oh, anything else? You done yet? There we go. Wrapping this up, it says snow moon, transition, low resources, hibernation. So yeah, by the way, I pulled this in a few people's decks that they were going to go on vacation, that we were going to see quite a bit of hibernating, low resources, embracing change, renewal, cleansing, soul searching, darkness, scarcity, make plans for the future, and rest.
That's such a theme of this whole mania. I mean, so many people at crossroads in their careers. Even the fact that they made it so nostalgia heavy, including repeating the theme from WrestleMania 21, and Trish even, you know, just wearing the same outfit, just an updated version of the same outfit. Yes, they wanted to reflect on the past, look towards the future.
Then Pluto, transformation. There we go. Transformation, renewal, destruction, rebirth, death, cycles, black magic, struggle, power, taboos, and obsession. Well, as I've stated,
that's every WrestleMania.
Yeah, there's always portals and magic in the air. Pluto, the energy of Pluto was definitely there. First house, the body, identity, conscious, ego, beauty and character, nature, gateway. So yeah, the portals you were talking about, gateways, beginnings, life philosophy, and an awakening. So yes, those ascending and character change. You see the zipper on the face? Like, I don't know if you've ever seen that. So like a character shift. That's Rhea, because Rhea even stayed in character at the press conference.
Love that for her.
Love that. Instead of getting Sami Zayn, who sounded like a narcissist. You are a narcissist. It has affected me mentally. Oh my God, I hated ever hearing Sami Zayn at that press conference. It turned me off.
Right. If he had acted like that after the Montreal press conference, he wouldn't have had half as many fans.
Yes, he wouldn't have.
Poor KO was sitting there looking so awkward. Like,
he was like,
when
why
you're
are you
at the bar
this?
and your homie's running his mouth and you're like, oh man, we're gonna have to fight our way out of here.
Right. That's like, how he really was looking like.
It's like, I'll have another Snickers.
Yeah, he was just eating to stay quiet.
Even Triple H came out and said, well, Sammy kept talking and KO just kept eating the Snickers. Sammy really just kept talking. Oh.
And he sounded pretentious. So pretentious. If you guys haven't seen the press conference, I advise you check out the press conference. Oh my God, Sami Zayn sounded so pretentious.
He sounded like the episode of South Park where they all start driving Priuses.
Yes, and smelling their farts. Ah, the way our farts smell.
I can't stand it.
I couldn't stand it. He killed his character for me in that moment. KO, I love you though, KO. He gave respect to the Usos. And he gave respect to the Briscoes. And while Sami Zayn just kept stroking his own ego. By the way, when I did their reading, I pulled like the idea that someone was Two-Face wearing a facade and a wolf in sheep's clothing, and the fact that, you know, someone wasn't who they portrayed themselves to be.
And Johnny Knoxville struck on it before the show, during the pre-show, talking about what a snake Sammy is. Yeah. Now, granted, he was working when he said that. But was it a work shoot?
Right.
Allegedly.
Right. Opposition. Unbalanced. Calls out. Uh-oh. Somebody called someone out after the show. Mirrors. Confronts. Power struggles. Polar opposites and tests. So, yeah, some power struggles going on in the back. Not shocked. Not shocked. You have a lot of people. You have a lot of grown children and adults. There's a little bit of both in moving parts. Third house, the mind, thoughts, social media, communication, neighborhood, siblings. Usos. Who else are siblings?
Well, Sammy and KO talked about, oh, that's my brother.
Brother, right? Anybody else though?
I don't know. I mean, you've got the Paul brothers. Jake wasn't involved today, but he has been.
Early education and social activities. So yeah, we know they do a lot of things in the community and things like that. But social media, to me, their house, like, this is all social media. Like, they've all been on social media. Marriage, relationships, equality, business partners, true love, justice, friendship, rivals, enemies, contracts. So contract negotiations, and by the way, it's the 7th house, contract negotiations, money, dealings. I mean, we know there's a lot of married people in the back, a lot of relationships in the back.
And you pulled contract and money so heavy, especially in those 2 title bouts.
I did. So I think there's a lot of money being compensated and negotiated. By the way, Drew is up for contract, and I think someone else. So
let's not forget all the money going at Logan. And there's a rumor, I saw it today, that KSI might show up again today. I don't know, for some payback, for some closure, whatever.
Gotcha.
But after that terrible spot.
South Node. Well, they want social media stars, just like Bad Bunny. Like, they need people who are going to keep moving needle impressions.
Yes.
South Node. Life's debts. I will give Paul credit as much as I cringe. This isn't my favorite Mania. And I know that's going to be a contrary to everybody. Like, are you crazy? It's the best Mania of all time.
Every Mania is the best Mania of all time the night after it's done.
Right. For me, I still think last year's was better from top to bottom of night one. But I think the ladies match was better this one. And I think the tag story was better than last year's night one. But don't get me wrong. Stone Cold and KO's night one. I don't know if you guys can see the Wrestlemania chair. Maybe not. I don't know. But, we were there. I think it was just better. Not because we were just there, but seeing Stone Cold come back and KO get to live his childhood, I think it was just as good. KO has somehow been in the main event, you guys, 2 WrestleManias without holding a heavyweight belt.
Yes. In less than a year, he's main evented WrestleMania twice.
Right?
Because today is 1 year from night one of last year, because the date is right there on the chair.
Right. That's crazy.
So, yes, in 365 days, he main evented WrestleMania twice.
Good for you, Kevin Owens. I really did come a Kevin Owens stan even more after the press conference.
Oh, you're a Steen stan.
I'm a Steen stan. South Node, life's debts. Oof, someone's money ain't completely right backstage. The past lives, see a lot of the past. Nostalgia, everybody was down memory lane. Inborn gifts. What does inborn gifts mean?
What you're born with.
Gotcha. Well, Charlotte is Flair 10.0.
Sure.
What's left unfinished? Lessons not learned. Familiarity, huh? Who ain't learned a lesson? Dominic. There you go. And then this one is your soul has returned to learn many lessons. I wonder if that's Cena coming back. Because they always say, as you leave the nest and you grow, you always come back full circle. You know what I mean? So, because it says returned, right? So that made me think of Cena. Because I'm like, who's left and come back? Well, that's nobody but Cena.
Well, I mean...
And to teach. He's learning lessons of humility and things like that.
But did he come back to learn, or did he come back to teach? Your soul has come back to learn lessons.
Why can't 2 things be true?
2 things can be true. And he wasn't the only legend back in the building. No, don't forget about Trish and Lita.
Right. Ooh, good point. They might have come back to learn some lessons. I mean, they got a new generation teaching them things.
Yes, and they are to see how things work in the women's division as opposed to the Divas division.
Is drastic.
And that's no shade to Trish and Lita, because they worked beyond what was expected of divas. They did help change that game.
They absolutely did.
But in terms of the whole locker room and just the entire storyline and expectation for how the women's division works, it's got to be completely different from how it was in their era.
Right. Okay, so this is a Messages of the Heart deck, and it's a little bit different. I use this deck for visual. I'm more of a visual tarot reader. You know what I mean? Like, a lot of people read heavily into the words, and I think for me, I'm more of a, what do I feel while I'm pulling the cards? What do I feel while I'm looking at it? And what does the artwork say? Because I think artwork says so much to describe a story. So I'm not gonna try not to pull too much. I'm not gonna shuffle this 3 times. See what we get from the aftermath of WrestleMania 39. Then I'll try to hold them as one. I'm hoping to get some of these cards to pop. Just so I don't have to hold it so big. The aftermath of WrestleMania 39. What was going on behind the scenes. What was going on behind the scenes of after WrestleMania 39. What was your favorite match of the night, Jude?
Well, the best match of the night to me was absolutely the SmackDown Women's Championship. That was probably also my favorite match of the night. The main event, the men's tag match was great. Storytelling was great. But I just loved how you could really feel the fire, that competition between Rhea and Charlotte. Like, they were working stiff. I thought Charlotte got broken in half. She got face planted and just in that jackknife position.
Oh yeah, the back bridge.
So yeah, that one didn't shock me that it was my favorite, because we've seen how great they work together.
Sorry, my cards pop. They jump, they're jumpers like grasshoppers.
Speaking of Charlotte and Rhea.
Right, there it is, that fire again. Just confirmation. Let's see, aftermath of WrestleMania 39. What is the... Oof, my finger when holding these big decks. Again, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, you guys, to Wrestling Tea Tarot. We don't just do WWE. We will be doing AEW. We will be doing New Japan on their pay-per-views. Ring of Honor on their pay-per-views if we can. We're here to spill the tea and get behind the scenes of the wrestling content. All right, and that's all I'm pulling. It cannot be my slogan, but I'm just saying we're going to get behind the scenes of the wrestling content. Let's see, message. All right, so we got watching you as the first card. By the way, this is Messengers of the Heart. They've been watching your social media to see what you post and get clues to know how to approach you, which, by the way, I pulled this. Quite a bit of, like, texting and social media, and I pulled it the most on Logan Paul's and Seth's match. The messaging and social media came up.
That's not a shock.
So I told him that I think that they were communicating through messages. I told you that I thought that they couldn't get along, but that could be anybody also watching social media. So people are watching people's social media. Not shocked by this. But yeah, people are being nosy on social media and communicating through there. Divine blueprint. They're going within to find their higher purpose and discover the meaning of life in this connection. So yeah, some people are going to go hibernate and look within. A lot of reflecting after Mania Night 1. I could see that being Charlotte. Charlotte's older. And I don't mean older like she's too old. I mean, like, she hasn't had children. She has made it very clear that she wants children.
Mm-hmm.
And with the compensation she's gotten and the money and everything. You know, she claims she's in this really good phase with Andrade and in love. Maybe she does want to step back and take advantage of this opportunity to try to get pregnant and, you know, have a family. And I really think with her not main eventing, if anybody is introspecting themselves now more than ever. And I definitely think she's watching Sasha's journey of Sasha, like, you know, stepping out of the Fed.
Everyone's got to be watching Mercedes' journey.
Right. You know what I mean? Message. See, there we go. More messages. They want to message you and explain everything to you, but they don't. They know they have no right to, or no right to. So we got some messages of, I don't know. Yeah, somebody wants to make right or message someone. You know, they have, so the watching you in the messages, you know, of wanting to communicate, but I don't know how. I don't know if people want to possibly apologize. I don't know. There's something happening behind the scenes after Mania where people are watching and wanting to reach out and are hesitating about communicating. I don't know, fear of rejection, fear of, you know, the other person possibly not wanting to talk to them, anxiously waiting. And I'm looking at the picture and I don't know how to communicate to you, right? And just observing and watching. They search for you and everything, feel you everywhere, always in the back of their mind, hoping they run into you. See, more of that energy of, oh no, I hope I run into you. You know what I mean? So it's weird. There's a lot of people not actually connecting with each other, right? It's business, but it's weird. Even the energy that I'm reading from these cards, because it's like a ghost, right? Like, is very standoffish, right? Is observing each other from a distance. I wonder how many people didn't get along. Maybe even elder people, older wrestlers observing, right? Like possibly wanting to communicate, reach out, make amends to somebody, but don't know how to go about it. That's the energy I'm feeling. Like I would love to make right some wrongs, but I don't know how to do it. You know, so I definitely think there's a lot of that backstage potential. They're deep in their thoughts about you, realizing their distractions prevented them from seeing the potential in you. So wonder if this is like Seth. Like, you know, he talked crap about Logan, but actually after having a match with him, might have to actually admit that this kid has a lot of potential. You know what I mean? Because I feel like a lot of people crap on Logan until they're in a match with him. You know, of he doesn't take it serious. He's young. Like, I don't understand. Like, Seth was once young and off the chain. I think when we get older, I don't understand. I say this all the time. I pray I'm going to fight my inner old people instinct to never be like that. That when I'm somehow older, I forget how to have fun. Like, the elders in the back are like, oh, you guys don't take it serious. Y'all back there playing video games. Y'all used to get high and drunk. Come on, man.
Well, they played a lot of cards, too.
Right, y'all played poker. Like, the gaming just changed. It went from, and that's better, though, because it's connecting a little bit better, to them holding video games connecting. What's the difference? Like, I don't know. I think as people get older, they really do forget how to have fun. And I'm sure a lot of them elders look in the back of judging wrestlers, and then they see them at Mania, and they always end up changing, like, wow. All right, maybe I was wrong about you. Maybe you do have potential. Maybe that's Cena with Theory. Like, it could be many things, right? A lot of people judge Dominic, and I think he looked good last night.
He was good.
So, no, I think a lot of the youth last night showed a lot of the elders who doubt them and their journey, then no, I'm here. And I got a lot of potential. I just need to be cultivated. And I think that we're going to see a lot of people grow and ascend drastically. Like, make really big leaps in their character. Betrayal, though. Ooh. Their fleeting heart will only end up betraying you, and your soul deserves better. So, yeah, there's a knife with a dagger. Little bit of backstabbing. There's or someone feels betrayed. Again, it doesn't necessarily mean someone backstabbed but could feel betrayal. Maybe Charlotte might feel betrayed by the company choosing to put on a tag team match instead of the title match. When they're literally on the pay-per-view picture as the main event.
I don't think it's Charlotte that feels betrayed by that.
Who? Rhea?
No.
Who's feeling betrayal?
Rick.
Ric Flair could be in the back feeling betrayal too. By Paul. Oh my God, yes. Especially because him and Paul have just mended their connection. Ooh. Yeah, you're not wrong. Again, we're not seeing everybody's relationship, which is kind of unfortunate because it's too hard to like pinpoint who that could be.
Allegedly, for entertainment
allegedly,
purposes.
Oh my God, I didn't say allegedly for entertainment purposes. It's all allegedly entertainment purposes and for fun. Please do not take anything serious. Except for when it comes out true. Because I don't want to get sued. This is all allegedly entertainment purposes. Broken. Ooh, they feel broken inside. Yo, this looks like Charlotte because Charlotte got beat up.
That is exactly the pose that Charlotte was in. I told you.
Look at that, you guys. I pulled Charlotte's body when her face hit the... Holy crap, I actually pulled it in the cards.
No, I saw when you flipped that when you were saying something else and I didn't want to interrupt. I'm like, that's exactly the pose I was just talking about.
Oh my God, I pulled it. God, I'm good. I don't wanna brag or anything, but I'm good. Like when I'm in sync with the energy, I'm in sync. And holy crap. Maybe it's this WrestleMania skull channeling even more into the energy. But this is crazy. They feel broken inside and don't feel stable enough to trust themselves. Wow, be patient. So yeah, there's some oof. That's Charlotte. Like that body, or that could be Bayley.
I feel so bad for Bayley.
I do. Passion ignited, but this looks like Rhea. I think Rhea came a priestess last night. Like she ascended into her whole dark black swan era is here. Because it's passion ignited. Their intense sexual desire towards you is making it hard for them to know the difference between lust and love. But again, please do not read in that in a dirty way. This is all for picture reasons. You know, just this... I'm feeling so good. I'm on a high.
You know what? Look, I'm not going to divert this, but to some degree, the face value of that is true, right? Because when Rhea started rocking the little more dominatrix look,
right?
And she got her thighs exposed now,
True.
like she's really showing off her body more.
It's true.
And it has, to some degree, distracted people from what a great worker she is.
It's true.
Like, she is an object of a lot of lustful attention.
True.
Just based on her appearance.
Mm-hmm. Who else showed a lot of skin last night? Charlotte. I actually think Charlotte's butt was out a little bit more than it's been. I mean, she doesn't have much of a butt, but, we'll leave that alone.
No comment.
I respect her, though. I don't want to body shame. She has an athlete's body, and it's cute.
She looked fantastic. The match was fantastic.
Yeah, but, I think you're right about Rhea, I think people have begun to lust for Leah.
Yeah, and they've objectified her a little bit and forgotten she is an outstanding worker.
She's a monster, though. Like a monster comes out. Y'all better be careful of the big bad wolf. Wishing well. People are wishing. Peacock. That's Charlotte. It's a lot of Charlotte and Rhea.
They are an emotional match.
They are running the night. I have to say, y'all. I think this reading tapped into a little bit of everybody, but the first deck, I definitely think I got a little bit of everybody. But I think to end this reading, because I got wishing well. Sorry, I don't. It's a peacock, and if you saw Charlotte's A&E, she had a peacock in her house. So
and she uses it in her ring attire a lot.
So the fact that there's a peacock right here in the wishing well, in the, there's a lot of excitement in the air. You awakened a new life in them. That's sweet though. That has them lost in a field of possibilities. That's sweet. So that's the wishing well. And I think that really does say for Charlotte of Rhea, like she, awakened this. Everybody, again, I really think Rhea was a moth, but I definitely saw like a black butterfly open last night of, holy crap, girl. You know what I mean? Holy crap. The moth became a butterfly, and even though it was a dark butterfly, it was a beautiful butterfly.
The Judgment Day boys better step their game up, and that's not shading them because, again, I love Damian Priest. I think he's got a lot of talent.
I think he needs to, out of everybody, he needs to be broken away for a little bit. Like, I need to see him go on a monster heel run because I think he's talented. I think he's another Rhea that.
Let Priest go after Sheamus when Sheamus wins the IC belt.
Right. I really think he is a monster heel in waiting, and I think he has so much potential. He needs to find his yang, you know, like the yin and yang. Like Rhea's yin and yang is Charlotte. Like they complement each other so much.
Right. Who is he gonna have that banger match with?
Yeah. I really think he needs to find his. And once we see that match, it'll be clear.
It'll be clear. Why didn't we see it before?
Right. Yeah. I feel like everybody's got to find their match. And yeah, Rhea's just been lucky enough to find her match with like one of the best female wrestlers in the business. You're lucky when your best is the best. Which says a lot about her. That's what I'm saying. Like it just, you know, when you're an artist and you know how to bring out the best in somebody. And that's why I think Charlotte and Sasha, aka Mercedes Moné, I really think are the two best because they know how to make other people look good. And I say it all the time, you're not as good as you think you are if you can't make the person you're creating art with look good. Wrestling should be that. It shouldn't be a one-way dance. It should be, oh my God, holy crap. Like, I didn't know that person was that good. So, yeah, it's my opinion.
I just want to say, if Charlotte is going to step away again, I really hope we don't miss out on getting a proper match on a big stage. Doesn't have to be a WrestleMania, between Charlotte and Bianca, because I'm pretty sure they fought like once on a Raw or a SmackDown. It ended in a DQ or something like that, and Charlotte even said that she had been willing to put Bianca over.
I don't think Charlotte's done. I think she is going to claim the 16th time. It might just take a little longer.
Yes.
It may just come over a little bit of a gap of time.
Saying, like, Bianca has had bangers with the other 3 of the 4 horsewomen.
Yeah, I don't disagree. We just going to have to wait and be patient. Hopefully, you know, we'll see what happens after tonight. I'm wearing an EST shirt, so good luck, Bianca, tonight. On that note, you guys, thanks for tuning in. Thanks for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed this reading. If you have not yet, please make sure you like, share, and subscribe to Wrestling Tea Tarot for all your juicy behind-the-scenes tea going on with WWE, AEW, New Japan, Ring of Honor, all these good programs. Sorry, I don't do TNA, you guys. No offense. Or NWA. But we would love to see you next time. Like I said, please leave a comment of how you felt about WrestleMania, what you thought of it, and what you would like to see more content from us. And check out our other videos. Until next time, I'm Calypso Vibes. There's Jude. We will see you guys next time. Bye.